Anyway, okay, Chuck Berry.
See, when we're in our 70s, we get very obstinate.
Yeah. Chuck, I think Chuck has been that way always. Chuck said, I do it my way, that's the only way. And he got away with it, too. So.
Very interesting to talk to, though. Like you said, very good English.
You did talk to him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? See, I've never.
Very interested in a person to talk to, and he treated you very nice, and he would just kind of talk. He wouldn't talk to you, he talked to everybody.
Yeah, he seemed like he was that kind of guy where he didn't have time for everything. He just was ready to go. His mind's going.
Yeah, and he'd talk and he'd go like this. And, yeah, we're going to do this. Yeah, we did that. And I remember back in here we did. We're all going throwing questions at him.
Probably a manic depressant. Who knows? We don't know. Anyway, Chuck Berry. Great.
Well, what got me though was the span on his. He had 6 inches between here and the end of his pinky finger, and that's why he could get into some of those chords the way he did. That was pretty cool. Well, we're going to go comedy.
Yep.
What do you think about that?
I love the Coasters.
Yeah, the Coasters. Vocal group formed in Los Angeles, California, of all places. What do you know about that? In late 1955, from elements of the Robins. Yeah. Smokey Joe's Cafe.
Yeah.
Those were the Robins.
They did a lot of songs I didn't know about until later on, yeah.
One Kiss led to another. I've got a kind of like a box set of the Coasters, and I've got a Smokey Joe's Cafe where it says the Robins on it. It's worth a lot of money. $6. $60 anyway. But anyway, they were a comedy. They were real funny guys. I mean, when they were on stage, there was something to see because they would clown around kind of like the
Diamonds.
The Diamonds and that guy that puts the The Coasters were, well, you can tell by their music, the Coasters' music, that they were kind of goofy.
It says years active, 1955 to present, so I guess they're still doing it.
Well, they aren't the originals, though.
Probably not.
They lost a few of them.
Yeah.
And it's a big, long thing.
It's a long list here. Past members: Carl, Billy, Bobby, Leon, Aldo,
an ex-Robin here, and a
Young,
Cadillac.
Will.
But they did do songs with the Cadillacs too. They went back and forth with some of their members.
Earl Speedo. Yeah,
Earl Speedo. That was the guy that did with the Cadillacs. And my real name is Mr. Earl.
Mr. Earl, yeah. Thomas Curley Palmer, Vernon Harrell.
Yeah, he went off and did something with the group too.
Ronnie Bright, Jimmy Norman, Elvin Morse, Carl Gardner Jr. Just a bunch of them. Billy Guy.
All you had to do to be in one of the Coasters is just have a comedy personality and have a voice either high or a low or
a barbershop kind of thing.
Who, me? Yeah, you. Take out the papers and the trash.
Yeah,
but this was their first one.
My favorite one from them always has been. Of course, I like the way
Charlie Brown.
No, I like the way that Ray Stevens did it too, though. But Along Came Jones.
Oh, Along Came Jones. Yeah,
what a great.
And then Along
Came
anyways,
Jones.
Before you push the play button, Smokey Joe's Cafe was the first song that they charted. It only made number 79, but that was their first song before they hit it big. And then their first top 10 song, made number 3, is the one you're going to play, Searchin', and the back side of that was Young Blood.
That's another great song.
Bad Company.
Bad Company, yeah. Now, see, I do love the Coasters version, but Bad Company always did it
well,
for me.
just like the redo of Bad Company.
Yeah.
That just came out here a couple of years back. Wasn't too bad. That rock, I forgot who does it, but I
when you got a good song, if you do it right, it's going to
Anyway, this is I've Been Searching.
Gonna find her. Gonna find her. Gonna find her. Gonna find her. Yeah, I've been searching. I'm searching. Oh yeah, searching every which way. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, searching. Searching every which way, yeah, yeah. But I'm like that north away from out here. You know I'll bring her in someday. Gonna find her. Well, now if I have to swim swim the river. You know it. And if I have to climb a mountain, you know it. And if she's hiding up on a blueberry hill, am I gonna find a child you know will? 'Cause I've been searching, oh yeah, searching, my goodness, searching every which way, yeah, yeah. But I'm like that northwest mountain, you know I'll bring her in some. Well, Sherlock Holmes, Sam Spade, got nothing, child on me. Sergeant Friday, Charlie Chan, and Boston Blackie. And no matter where she's hiding, she's gonna hear me coming. I'm gonna walk right down that street like bulldog drumming. 'Cause I've been searching, oh Lord, now searching, child, searching every which way, yeah, yeah. But I'm like that northwest mountain, you know I'll bring her in sometime.
Well, you know what? I don't know if they ever did find her or not. I mean, they had Sam
They were
Spade
searching.
and
Searching
Charlemagne.
every which
and-
way.
I know it. But like you said, the fidelity, wherever
yeah.
well, they recorded on the Atco label, but it, I think Atco had them off in a back room somewhere
Or something.
Well, there's somebody.
Or like you
else was
said, they were
it.
doing one of these numbers.
Yeah, I know it because even on the CD, you can hear his voice.
Yeah.
It's, rash. Yeah, on that.
Well, a lot of
and
times
Youngblood, the other
James
side of
Brown
it.
stuff was like that too. A lot of times when
Yeah.
he would scream.
Screaming. They
Yeah.
didn't know how to.
Or Little Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Little Richard's scream came out all right though,
it?
especially label. They did a pretty good job.
Okay.
But anyways, the Coasters had a lot of good. Well, you mentioned it. You mentioned what is it they did? Searching, and the backside was Youngblood, Idle with a Golden Head. That was a good song. Yakety Yak, Don't Talk Back. Charlie Brown, King Curtis was on saxophone on that. And then, of course, you talked about Along Came Jones. And then there's Poison Ivy.
Yeah, another good
Gonna
one.
Get Ya. And then it kind of tailed off after that. I'm a Hog for You and Run Red Run hit the top 40. And Wait a Minute, written by Bobby Darin and Don Kirshner. You remember him. He
Yeah.
started that record label.
Don Kirshner's rock concert. I used to
Yeah,
watch that on
yeah.
TV.
And then they did hit number 23 in 61 with Little Egypt, Yin Yang.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yin yang.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you were just talking about the next song, which we're up to number 20. Hey, that's not too bad. Up to number 20 with all this music.
Before you mention his name, on December 11th, 1964, at the age of 33, he was fatally shot by Bertha Franklin, the manager of the Hacienda Motel in Los Angeles, California, after an inquest. What in the world is that?
That's just the heat coming out.
Oh,
Don't worry about it. We're not under attack.
right. Where was I? Let's see. Los
You were
Angeles,
talking about the
California.
mysterious shooting.
After an inquest, the courts ruled Cook's death to be a justifiable homicide, since that the circumstances of his death have been constantly called into question by Cook's family and his wide circle of friends and acquaintances, but nobody seems to have any more to fill in.
You know what happened back then in them days? He was a good-looking black guy. He got his hand caught in the cookie jar is what happened,
Yeah.
and got shot for it.
Yeah, but still, I mean, they still never really. Why can't they say that to this day?
Because they couldn't prove it back then. They didn't want to prove it, so they didn't do any more investigating. And so it was closed. Well,
Yeah.
back then, once it was closed, they didn't probably put all the details down in
Yeah.
the 50s, because he was black. So it's okay, this is the way it's going to be. This is a white court, we're going to do it this way.
Yeah.
Now, as years have gone by, everybody's going, wait a minute, there's something wrong here. Yeah, but we can't prove it. So there you go. But he was a wonderful singer,
He was an awesome singer.
Yeah,
well, like I said, we were talking. I was telling you that they said he was considered the king of soul. Now you were saying, no, that's not somebody. But you're thinking the Godfather.
I was thinking
soul.
of James Brown.
James Brown. But it said that. Excuse me, God, my voice. I'm losing my voice.
That'll be a
influential as both a singer and composer. He's commonly known as the King of Soul, and his distinctive vocals and importance within popular music, his pioneering contributions to soul music led to the rise of Aretha Franklin, Bobby Womack, Al Green, Curtis Mayfield, Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, Billy Preston, and popularized the likes of Otis Redding and James Brown. Anyway, so there you go.
Oh, yeah, I was
had a ton of hits, 1957 and 1964.
Yeah, he goes all the way up. Let's Go Steady Again, which came out in '66, hit the charts number 97. Wasn't a big hit, but on RCA, he started off on the specialty label, and I'll Come Running Back to You and Forever.
Yeah.
And Summertime was on the Keen label, and then he did a lot of his early stuff on the Keen label, Sentimental for You, Lonely Island, Win Your Love for Me, Everybody Likes the Cha-Cha-Cha, Only 16. And then he went to RCA Victor. And Sad Mood, Cupid. I loved Cupid.
Well,
Cupid, draw back your bow.
Cupid and bring it back home. That was my bring it on home.
Yeah, you're sitting.
Bring It On Home to Me is the song that that my wife. That's one of her favorite songs. It's always one of my favorites too.
That's put together real well.
But that was the backing vocals of Lou Rawls.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But I do have the two songs he did on the specialty label. What is wrong with us tonight?
I don't know. Yeah.
We're hungry. That's what's wrong.
We're craving Jamocas. Neither one of us can have Jamocas anymore. That's what the problem is.
But anyways, I do have two of the specialty label songs that he did. And it didn't say... Oh, and another thing, too, is the Sims Twins did...
Yeah.
And that was Sam Cooke.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Sims Twins.
Yeah.
And
he did a version of Frankie and Johnny, too. That was actually pretty good.
His biggest hits were Chain Gang.
Oh, he was married
on
twice.
The Chain Gang.
He was married twice, too. First marriage was the singer-dancer Dolores Mohawk, who was killed in an auto accident in Fresno, California in 1959. That's kind of sad. Although he and Mohawk were divorced, Cooke paid his ex-wife's funeral expenses. Cooke and his second wife, Barbara, had 3 children: Linda in 1953, Tracy in 1960, and Vincent in 1961 through 63. They're not sure, I guess, the year. But I didn't know he had any kids. Did you?
No, I didn't.
I didn't either. He had 3 of them. Huh.
Because he didn't have any kids when I met him.
Okay.
And he got killed in '64, so having all those kids must have done something.
Well, yeah, this is 53 and 60 and 63. And Vincent, I don't understand it because they got Vincent is 1961-1963. If they just don't know the year.
Vincent, what? What are you talking about?
The kid Vincent. He was born in 1961 or 1963, I guess. Anyway.
Well, his nephew was R.B. Graves.
Yeah. Take a letter, Maria.
Maria. That was a good song, too.
And that was a one-hit wonder, too, wasn't it?
It was a one-hit wonder.
That's all he did?
Yeah, that's it.
It's a great tune.
Yeah.
It's really odd. I mean, some people, they do these great one-hit wonders, and they never have anything follow up. I mean, I'm sure they do a zillion albums.
Yeah, and that's
trying to get that other
you're
record.
Finding them, some of these places are pulling them out now.
Yeah.
And you can get a whole box set, and you're going, what?
Yeah, I never. Yeah. Well, you know, when you gave me the CD of not Frankie Valli, the La Bamba guy. What's his name?
Richie Valens.
Richie Valens.
You didn't realize he had.
I didn't realize he did all. And he did
some of us good.
He had some good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why wasn't that ever released? You know, I mean, usually
when he got killed.
But usually when they die, they release all that stuff.
I know.
Look at Jim Croce.
Well, it all depends.
I never heard
on the
about
family.
him until after he died.
It all depends on the family and the record company and stuff.